Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to talk about one of my newest multi-tools. So I'm a big fan of these multi-tools. I've got several of them here. Got a few more, but these are just what's kind of in and around my desk. And this was my very first one I got, which is the Wave Plus that kind of started the whole journey. And eventually I added the Surge just to kind of have more tools, and I like the replaceable saw. And then I got the Free P4, which is hands down my favorite. I'm obsessed with this one. This is like my favorite one. The magnets are no joke. It's such an easy, great tool. This is by far my favorite. But it's a little big and heavy, so it's not exactly a very EDC friendly tool, at least not for me. So I don't carry it too often because of that. But what I do is I often use these little squirts and the micro, because these are obviously much more carry friendly and you kind of get a lot of tools in them. So big fan of these squirts. That's why I have two, because I know with a lot of these small little tools I often will leave it in my pants pocket and probably won't find it for a few weeks, so I like to have two. And then this one, the micro, I got just out of curiosity, to be honest, but not really a fan of it, to be honest. I think I prefer the squirt more, but it's not bad. It's a little, the QA on this one, or the quality on it, was kind of crappy for Leatherman. It's very wobbly it came out of the box like this. I don't know if you can see the wobble on it. Very wobbly. So that was very disappointing for Leatherman to send me a brand new one like this. And yes, I could return it, but I think you got to pay for your own shipping and whatever. It's too cheap to deal with. I could probably fix it. I know if you take like a whack this with a hammer, you might be able to tighten it up. So I just haven't gotten to it. But anyway, that's kind of predominantly what I've been using. So what I picked up recently is the SOG, and this one is awesome. And here's what I like about this thing is that if you look at size, it sits kind of somewhere in the middle between these. So this one's becoming a quick favorite of mine because, it's not as big and heavy as these, but more useful than these. So this SOG actually has really won me over. I just kind of got on the whim, but very happy with it. So I want to kind of talk more about this one. So in fact, the size is like a perfect EDC size where you kind of blend usefulness and size. And it's got a very smooth opening. This is super smooth. Like these are very kind of like, they kind of have breaking points and they give kind of a little clunky. This one, once you break the magnets, is obviously swing mode, free swing, but this one just has a very balanced, from the start to finish, opening process, so very smooth. Now, the tools on this one, they're not bad. They leave a little bit, some improvements could be made, but again, at this price point, I think this was like $40 or so. So at this price point, I guess it's not bad, but let's look at some of the tools and I'll tell you some of the ones I feel like could have been better. So one thing is I like the tools open from the outside, so you don't have to open up the pliers. Let me see if I can get some more light here. So we have a blade, which is, fine. Pretty standard knife blade in this size, so no issues with that. So you can open them all. So the blade, I have no issue with. I'm happy with the blade. The awl, also very good, nice and sharp. No issues with it at all. Great tool. This small screwdriver is kind of, a little frustrating that they couldn't have made this a replaceable one. Where you pull it out, so you have like a flat and a Phillips on the other hand, kind of what Leatherman does with theirs. I think that one has it where you can pop it out and flip it around. So this one's kind of a, could have been better. You also have kind of this cord cutter, which I guess is not bad, but I feel like if you have a knife already, I'm not sure how much use I'd get out of this, but still, still not a bad tool to have. And I love files, so I'm really happy to put a file on it. It's not the best file, to be honest. It's certainly not as like grippy as the Leatherman's or the Swiss Army knife, but it's still nice that it has a file. especially on kind of on the cutting edge. So you can actually go and, you know, if you wanted to, you can actually, you know, cut through things in plastic, etc. So very glad they put a file on it. It's one of my favorite tools. And then on this side you have serrated blade, which is pretty nice. You got a bottle can opener maybe as well. Maybe a little bit of a, I don't know if you can maybe use this as a screwdriver or something like that. But then you do have a Phillips right here, and then a bottle opener. I never understood why they couldn't make a dual bottle can opener, but that's what you have here. And then you've got your scissors, which is also, I think, a standard every tool should have. And we got our scissors. So it's a little tight in here. This doesn't really open as freely and smoothly as some of them, but nevertheless, it works pretty good. And then I want this now close. Yeah, that's weird. For some reason, it won't close now. Maybe I have to open up a couple other ones. There we go. Okay. So let's close the scissors. So that's it for the side tools. And then you have a couple little party tricks here where you have a ruler on here. It's a little hard to use because this kind of opens up, but I guess you can still use it to measure things, I guess, on the side. So I always like that little added touch. And on this side you have, which is also very cool, if you can see it, but it's like a wire crimper. So you've got a little channel here. And this black tool is really hard to film, but you got a little channel here where you can put a wire in and then you can crimp it. So very cool addition. One of those things I think they all should add. And then the other party trick, which I think is very cool as well, is that you can hold sockets. So you put that in, and now you can put a bit in, and now you can use it as kind of a screwdriver, or and I mean, it's in there, it doesn't come out. You have to kind of open it to let it out, but you can dual purpose use this as you know, get some bits and have a bit driver. So also very cool party trick. I think that's it for kind of the overall features here. So, you know, like I said, I think it's a very clever and great little tool for the price point and the size. I think it's fantastic to use. There's a lock. That's what the scissors wouldn't go down. It's got a little liner locker here for the blades and the scissors, I guess, as well. So when you open it, it is locked in place, which is kind of nice. Then you gotta push this down to release it. But yeah, very cool tool. Pleasantly surprised by it. The size is perfect. I mean, this is something that you can carry with pretty good ease. You know, some of them, as much as I love them, these Leathermans are just not the friendliest in the pocket, but this, I think, fits in the pocket well. You know, you can throw it alongside, you know, whatever knife you're carrying that day. You know, two of these in the pocket, I think, are very manageable. A lot of times what I would do is actually carry my squirt with just like a pocket knife, you know, because this you can just easily fit in there, and then you got your blade. So, you know, you can go as mix and match. But yeah, very happy with this one. Just the footprint's perfect. So this is going to become a staple for me. What else can I tell you here? I think that's pretty much it here. You know, weight, we got 4.2 ounces, 3 inches long, 5 inches open. I mean, you can kind of see the specs here. And this just kind of shows all the different tools. You can always pause if you want to look through it more thoroughly. But yeah, that's it for this one. So thanks for tuning in. And if you're looking for a great EDC plier tool, I'd recommend this one. All right, catch you on the next one.